Now in this lecture, I want to provide details about what is Swagger and what is an OpenAPI specification, what is the relationship between them, what is the history about them. So there is a lot of confusion in the developer community about the relationship between the Swagger and the OpenAPI. So let's try to quickly discuss about the same so that you are super clear about the same. So around 2010, a small set of people or a small set of community, they see the problems that industry is facing without having any standards around the API's definition. So that's where the small community, they started building specifications for designing RESTful APIs along with the set of tools like Swagger Editor, Swagger CodeGen, Swagger UI, which will help developers and organizations in implementing and visualizing the APIs defined in the specification. So this is the story around 2010 where a small set of people, a small set of community, they started this activity as an open source activity. So that's why in 2010, everyone used to call the OpenAPI specification with the name Swagger. So even today, there are many people refer the specification standards as Swagger, which is not correct. And somewhere in 2015, the Swagger was adopted by the Smart Bear company. So this Smart Bear company, what they have done is they have donated the specification part, like whatever is built by the Swagger people from 2010 to 2015 to the open source community under the Linux Foundation. And that specification part, they rename it to the OpenAPI specification instead of Swagger specification because the Smart Bear company, they want to retain the copyrights of the term Swagger. So from 2015, the Smart Bear company, they acquired the Swagger and all the tools that are developed as part of Swagger, like Swagger Editor, Swagger UI, Swagger CodeGen. So all these are still the responsibility of the Smart Bear, and these tools are still the open source tools provided by the Smart Bear, but the specification part or the standards definition part, this has been donated to the open source community under the name OpenAPI specification. So from 2015, under the Linux Foundation, a set of open source developers and community, they are evolving the OpenAPI specification day by day. And based upon the specification or standards update, the Smart Bear company, they are trying to update these Swagger tools so that both the standards and Swagger tools are in sync. So this all happened in 2015, but if you ask me what's the status today, the status is almost the same, but the Smart Bear company, apart from the open source tools that they have like Swagger CodeGen, Swagger UI, Swagger Editor, they also build some commercial products. Using these commercial products, big enterprise organizations, they can make their life super easy whenever they are trying to adopt the OpenAPI specification. So that's the advantage that Smart Bear company got due to this acquisition of the Swagger. So I hope you are getting like what happened from 2010 to today. So the simple answer is initially the name was Swagger. Later on, all the tools are adopted by the Smart Bear company, but they have given the specifications or standards part to the Linux Foundation with the name OpenAPI specification. So that's why from now onwards, whenever you're trying to refer to the specifications or the standards, you need to refer it as OpenAPI specification. But if you are referring to the set of tools or any tool which is developed by the Swagger or Smart Bear company, you should use the Swagger. But still today, you can see people using the Swagger and OpenAPI specification interchangeably. And in fact, I do that a lot, and you might observe in the course as well. That's all due to my old school habits. So please excuse me. But like I said, the correct way of referring this is the standards or specification part, we should call them as OpenAPI specification, or anything around the tools which are developed by the Smart Bear, we should use the Swagger keyword. So I hope you are clear about the history of the Swagger and OpenAPI, what is the relationship between them. So with this, thank you, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Bye.